Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class we're going to focus on strengthening and mobility for our shoulders and our neck. So we're really looking at a lot of upper body control movements today. So we're going to start by warming up in standing and then come down into 4-point kneeling. And then we're going to come around onto our tummies and then down onto our backs and then finish with a few stretches in sitting. So remember, always go to a level that suits you and that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy doing the class. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started. So we're going to think about finding that centre and thinking about our posture. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart. So those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight, come to the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So nice and slowly forwards and back. Just thinking about finding that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are soft, so not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis. Very gently, we're going to tilt that pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just gently forwards and back. Just finding that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis in a nice and neutral position. That core's gently engaged, ribs soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So elbows into your side, we're going to do some gentle chest opening here. So breath in, as you breathe out, opening out, squeezing the shoulder blades gently back and folding back. Good. So opening out, squeezing gently back and folding back. Good. So just gently working that upper back and opening out through that chest. Good. And back. Opening out, squeezing gently back and folding forwards. Good. And back. And again, opening out, squeezing gently back and folding forwards. Good. Opening out and folding back. Good. And back. Lovely. Squeezing the shoulder blades and folding back. Now on this next one, we're going to open out, reach the hands away, turn your palms down, palms up and folding back in. And again, opening out, reach the hands away, palms down, palms up and folding back in. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and folding back. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away, palms down, palms up and folding back. Good. And again, open out, reach away, palms down, palms up and fold back. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to open out, reach away, palms down, keep them down, lengthen through those fingers, and we do a few little circles around one way. So just nice and controlled, circling through, controlling that movement with those shoulders. Good. Circling around. Lovely. Still breathing in and out. Good. And then let's change direction. Little circles around the other way. Good. Coming around, drawing those circles with those fingertips. Good. Lovely. And then coming back to that start, palms back up, and then fold those arms back in and relax those arms back down. Well done, relaxing your shoulders. Good. Okay, now we're going to reach those arms up towards the ceiling, bring those hands back behind our head, and we're going to shrug the shoulders up, drop those shoulders down, and reach the hands up. Good. And hands behind your head again. Shrug those shoulders, sink them down, and reaching up. Good. And lower down. Now on this next one, we're going to shrug the shoulders, sink them down. As you come up with those hands, come up on those toes and lower down together. Shrug the shoulders, sink them down, reach up with those hands and up on those toes, lower down together. Good. Shrugging the shoulders, sink down, reach up on those toes at the same time and lowering down. Good. Shrug up, sink down, reaching up and lowering down. Lovely. One more time. Shrug those shoulders, sink them down and reaching up together and then lowering down. Well done. And bring those arms relaxed back down by your side. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do some shoulder rolls from here. So we're going to roll one shoulder around, drop down to the side and bring that weight forwards and then slowly rolling back up. Good. Opposite side, rolling that shoulder around, drop down. Bring that weight forwards, just hanging in front, breath in. As you breathe out, slowly peeling back up. Good. Opposite shoulder, rolling around. Drop down to that side, bring that weight in front, breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently peeling back up. Good. Opposite shoulder, rolling around. Drop down. Bring that weight forwards, breath in. And as you breathe out, gently restacking. Well done. And again, rolling that shoulder, drop down. Bring that weight forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, lifting back up. Lovely. One more time, rolling that shoulder around. Drop down, bring that weight forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly restacking. through that spine and relax those shoulders down. Good. Now we're just going to do a little bit of our balance series here. So keeping that core engaged, feet that hip width distance, neck staying nice and long. We're going to float our hands up to shoulder height, come up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, float those hands up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, floating those hands up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Now make sure those knees staying that hip width distance apart, just controlling that lowering down. Good. If you can this time, bring those arms up to the ceiling, up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. As you raise your arms up, keep those ribs soft, don't let them flare, and then lowering back down. Good. And again, reaching up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. And again, reaching up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, reaching up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, reaching up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and back down. Good. One last time. Reach up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and floating back down. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do some roll down just to mobilise through our spine. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to tuck that chin down, just curling slowly down towards the floor. Breath in here. As you breathe out, just slowly restacking again, back up into standing. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly restacking, back up into standing. Now you come to the end of my mat. I'm going to roll down in a minute to 4-point kneeling, but breath in. One more here, breath in, tucking that chin in, rolling slowly down towards the floor. Breath in here, and on that out breath, gently restack, curling slowly back up into standing. Great, now this time we're going to roll down onto our mat. So breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, just slowly coming down towards the floor to begin with. Just soften at those knees. Just take a breath in here. As you breathe out, just sink that a little bit further down if you can. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, this time we're going to just walk slowly down onto the mat into 4-point kneeling. And we're going to continue the class here. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here. So have our hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Make sure those elbows aren't locked back. Just the insides of the elbows facing each other here. Okay, so we're going to just start by mobilising through the shoulder and our upper back with our thread the needle. So we're going to take one hand, reach it through and under, looking round with that head as well, and then coming back up. Good, opposite side, reaching around, tucking through and under, and lifting back up. Good, and again, reaching that arm through and under, looking round and back up. And again, tucking that through and under, looking round and back up. Good, and again, reaching the arm through and under and lifting back up. Good, and again, through and under and lifting up. Good, so we're just rotating through that upper back, stretching through that shoulder a little bit as well here. Good, reaching through and under. Lovely. Last few here. Good. And let's do one more each side. Reaching through and under, back up, and through and under, back to that centre. Well done. Okay, so from here, let's tuck those toes under, hands underneath those shoulders still, and we're going to do our little leg pull and prone prep. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up those knees just an inch or so off the ground. Breath in to hold. As we breathe out, lower back down. Now it's actually harder the lower you lift, so it's not a big lift. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good, and again, lifting up, breath in to hold. As you breathe out, lower down. Now we can stay there, but if you can, we're going to bring our hands another hand and a half in front. And we're going to say breath in here. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up again, and this time reach forwards into this plank position. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, slowly control that lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Breath in to hold. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good, now on this next one, we're going to add some shoulder taps if you can. If that feels too much, stick with just what we've done. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. Then we're going to just transfer the weight slightly and tap the opposite shoulder and tapping. Now you'll just feel that weight just transfer side to side slightly as you raise your hand. Good, tapping. Still breathing in and out. Good. Coming back, breath in. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. Let's see if we can do that one more time with our shoulder taps. So we're going to tuck those toes under. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forwards. And then we're going to just tap the shoulder. Opposite side. Well done. A little bit of transfer of that weight as we're lifting the hand, keeping that core engaged. Well done. One more each side. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. Let's stretch out with that child pose. Just stretch through those shoulders. Well done. So breathing in and out here. As you breathe out, just sink down into that stretch a little bit further, dropping that bottom down onto your heels. Breath in. And as you breathe out, just relaxing down here. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down. We're just going to add a little side bend, so just walking our hands round to one side, and just relaxing here. Breath in and out, walking those hands back, and then walking those hands round to the other side, just gently stretching here. Breath in and out, relaxing down. Well done, and walking those hands back to that centre. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come up from here and then we're going to come down onto our front. So just coming down onto our fronts here. If you've got a little pillow, we can use that just to place under your forehead for a little bit of comfort, but you can have your head just straight on the mat. So just relaxing here, arms just reaching above your head. Just a little bit wider than those shoulders, and feet about that hip width distance apart. Okay, so thumbs facing up to the ceiling. We're just going to raise one hand up towards the ceiling and lower back down. Opposite arm lifting and lowering. Now keeping that core engaged, keeping that tailbone tucked under, that core lifted, just belly button lifted up towards the spine. And we're going to raise the hand and the opposite hand. So I'm still keeping that center control as I'm lifting and lowering, just really working through that shoulder blade area here as I'm lifting, lowering. Good. Now if you can, we can add in that opposite leg raise, lower back down. Opposite arm and leg lifting and lowering. Good. Reaching and lowering. It's not a big movement, keeping that control, lifting and lowering. Breathing out as you're lifting, breathing in as you're lowering if you can. Good. And lowering. Thumbs up to the ceiling, keeping that center, that core engaged. Well done. A few more here. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Reaching, lower back down. Well done. Good. A few more. Reaching and lowering. Well done. One more each side. And then lowering back down. Well done. So we're going to bring those arms now down by sort of our shoulder height, so into that kind of L-shaped position. We're going to work our upper back a little bit further here. So just keeping that chin tucked in, so that neck is staying nice and long, that core still engaged, still keeping that tailbone tucked under from here. So take a breath in. As we breathe out, I'm just going to lift up my forehead, lift up my breastbone. Breath in here. And as I breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As we breathe out, lifting up. Keeping that neck long, that chin tucked in, and lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, lengthening through the neck, and then lowering back down. Good. And again, lifting up, lengthening through. Good. And lowering back down. Very good. This time we're going to lift up. If you can, we can bring our hands up as well, just hovering above, and then lower down as one. Good. Breath in as you breathe out, lifting up. If that feels too much with the hands as well, just lifting that head and that breastbone. Really important though, just keeping that neck long. And I also want you to imagine you've got a little peach or something tucked under your chin, and as you lift up, it doesn't drop out. So that's why we're keeping that neck long. If I let my peach drop, my chin would drop forward like this. So keep that neck long. Good. So lifting up. Good. And lowering down. Well done. And again, lifting up and lowering. Working that upper back. Well done. Last couple here. And then lower back down. Very good. Okay, we'll keep our hands in this position. Just bring my feet just slightly wider, just relaxing through the fronts of my hips here. So we're going to go into our cobra stretch. So take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're just going to lift up that breastbone again, but just gently peeling those ribs, peeling that tummy, and just coming up as far as you can into that extension position. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, just going to slowly lower, peel back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As we breathe out, tucking that, keep that chin tucked under. Just going to slowly peel gently up into that extension position. Breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly mobilising back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking under, peeling that breastbone, those ribs, that tummy slowly off the mat. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that tummy, and then those ribs, breastbone, and finally that head back to the mat. Let's do one last time. Breath in. As you breathe out, just slowly lifting up into that cobra stretch. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, just gently mobilising back down onto the mat from here. Very good. Okay, so let's just move that block over to the side again, and we're going to come round onto our backs now. So just coming around down onto your back from here. Okay, so in this position, let's just start by feet and knees hip width distance apart. Just tilting that pelvis forwards and back, just making sure we're finding that neutral position. That core is gently engaged, ribs are nice and soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from here. Fantastic. Okay, so just going to work by moving through our shoulders gently. So I'm going to bring my palms up from here, and then I want you to lift them up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to reach my arms above my head. And then I'm going to glide those shoulder blades back down my back, bringing those arms back down, bring the palms up, and then lower those hands down. Good. And again, so reach those palms up to the ceiling, reach the arms above your head, and then glide those shoulder blades down your back, palms back up, and then lower down. Very good. Okay, now really think about that connection with those ribs. So as you lift up, opening out, don't let those ribs flare, reaching up, keep that control, slide, sink those shoulder blades down your back, coming back up and lowering. Good. And again, so lifting up, palms up to the ceiling, reach the arms above your head, keep those ribs down, glide the shoulder blades down the back, lifting those palms and lower. Fantastic. Last couple here. So reach up, palms up to the ceiling, reaching those hands above your head, keeping those ribs down, glide those shoulder blades down the back. We would bring our arms back down and lifting and lowering. Lovely. One last time. Reach up, palms up to the ceiling, glide those arms above your head, glide the shoulder blades down the back as you bring your arms down, palms up, and lower those arms down. Well done. Okay, so let's go into a bridge from here. So still keeping those feet that hip width distance. We're going to take a breath in, As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, coming up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as we breathe out, we're walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As we breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, use those bottom muscles to help lift you up into this bridge, holding this here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to add those arms in again. So breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge. I want you to hold this bridge position. And we're going to bring our palms up. Reach up to the ceiling. Reach those arms above your head. Glide them down. Palms up. Lower the hands. And then lower back down from that bridge. Good. Okay, so let's do that again. Breath in. As you breathe up, lifting up into that bridge. Holding that here. Palms up to the ceiling, reach above your head, glide those shoulder blades down, palms up, lower down, and then slowly walk that spine back down onto the mat. Very good. And again, breath in, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge, keeping this position, palms up to the ceiling, reach above your head, gliding down, keeping that bottom lifted, and lower those arms down and then lower back down from that bridge. Very good. Let's do one more here. Breath in, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, holding this position if you can, raise those hands, palms up, glide those arms above your head, gliding down, sink those shoulder blades down, and then lower the arms down, breath in, and then peel that back slowly back down onto the mat. Very good. Let's bring those knees in, have a little quick hug there, just stretch that out. Well done. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out here, relaxing down. Very good. Okay, so just slowly lower those legs one at a time, back to that start position. So we're going to do a double leg stretch now. So we're going to start with just the arms, and we're going to bring our arms above your head, keeping those hands pointing up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach the arms above our head, come around in that circle, and then back. So breath in. As you breathe out, reaching away. Breathe in as you're folding back. Good. Now keeping those ribs, so they're not flaring. We're keeping this spring, this connection between those ribs and those hip bones the same. So really think of it, that spring, you don't want to let it lift off. Okay, you're keeping that spring nice and tight. So opening around and coming back. Now if that feels comfortable, we can bring one leg up into tabletop. As we reach our arms, we reach the leg away, fold back together. Opposite leg lifted, reaching the leg away, folding back together, lower down. Breathing out as we reach away, breathing in as we fold back up. Breathing out as we reach away, breathing in as we fold up. Good. Breathing in. Now from here, if you can, we're going to bring both legs up into double tabletop as the next option. And then we'll reach one leg away again and fold back up. So pick what option is comfortable for you. Just your arms, single leg, or in double tabletop. Good. So we're lengthening the leg, reaching away, breathing in as we're folding back together. So it's one nice smooth movement. Nice fluidity to it. Good. Reaching away, folding back. Good. Reaching away, coming back. Keeping that core engaged, keeping that spring, that connection between those ribs and those hip bones. Reaching away and folding back. Reaching away and folding back. Lovely. Last few here. Reaching away and folding back. Lovely. Reach away, folding back. Keeping that core engaged. Well done. Breathing out, breathing in to fold back. Lovely. Last few. And back. Reaching away, folding back. Good. Let's do one more each side. Reaching away, fold back. And folding back. Lovely. Lower those legs if they're lifted. And then we're going to gently relax those arms back down. Okay, so arms down both sides, slightly out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can. And slowly coming back up. and over to that opposite side. Good, so lifting up, dropping those knees over, turning your head, then coming back up and over to that opposite side. Good, so we're just opening out through that spine, just gently rotating, turning that head as well, stretching through that neck as you're coming back up. Good, dropping over, turning that head, and then back up. Good, opening out and back up. Well done. Just do a few more here, dropping those knees over, turning your head. Very good. Just opening out through that spine. Well done. Just gently stretching off. Good. And one more each side. And then back to that centre. Well done. Bring those arms back down by your side. So we're going to come back up into sitting and just stretch off a little bit further through that upper back here. So just in sitting, relax those shoulders here. Okay, so we're just going to start working our neck a little bit here. So we're going to work the deeper muscles in our neck. And I want you just to tuck that chin back and really feel like something's just lifting up through the top and the crown of your head. And then just relaxing. So it's a really small movement and I'm just tucking that chin in and relaxing down. So you really feel that lengthening through the back of the neck. Just tucking that chin, really feel like something's pulling up through the top of your head and relaxing down. Good. Keeping the eyes at the same level as you tuck that chin in. And relaxing, good. And again, just kind of making that double chin and relax, good. And again, one more. And relaxing there, good. This time we're going to just drop our chin down and looking to that right knee, just feeling that stretch on the opposite side of the neck. Breathing in and out here. On that out breath, just relax those shoulders down, really sink them down towards the mat. Breath in and out. Just sinking those shoulders down, gone on that out breath, good. Really let any tension just roll off those shoulders, good. Breath in and out, good. Then just dropping that chin down. And then we're going to reach over to that left knee. Just lengthen through that neck. And again on that out breath, sink those shoulders down, just letting any tension just roll off that neck. Breath in and out, relaxing down. And again, breath in and out, sinking down, good. And just dropping that chin down to the chest and then just slowly peeling that neck back up, good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, just rotating that neck round, just stretching through here, breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre, good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, rotating round, breath in. As you breathe out, back to that centre, good. And again, reaching around, breath in and back, breath in and out. Good, and back to that centre, well done. And we're going to bring our hands into that sort of prayer position here. I want you to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to rotate that body around, breath in here. As you breathe out, back to that centre. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, so we're just rotating through that upper back and then lowering back to that centre, good. And again, opening around and then coming back round. Lovely, one more time. And then back to that centre, well done. Relax those arms down, just relax those shoulders. Okay, so bring those arms just a little bit wider. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach those arms up, stretching out and slowly lower back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reaching those arms up nice and wide in that wide stretch and lower back down. Good. And again, reaching up and lowering down. Lovely. One last time. Reaching up and lowering back down. Well done. Relax those shoulders from there. Very good. Fantastic. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Well done, and hopefully see you again next time.